Hello amigos, this is Cass House and today I'm bringing you a not so brief summary of all the talking points and answers Dana and the crew went over on the Post Hoot livestream. The entire ordeal lasted a little over an hour and the participants were Rebecca Rose, Sarah Nicole Robles, Cissy Jones, Abby Roque, and Dana Terrace. I actually did a little livestream with the community recording my reaction and adding up commentary, but as of now the original recording is on Cissy Jones' Instagram, so you can check it out anytime. But first, a disclaimer from Dana Terrace. Most of the questions involve previous lore that was discussed during the production and is in fact canon. However, none of what she's saying about the future plans that were not discussed during production is official. That's because she's not working on the show anymore and doesn't have total authority over the story. So anything that wasn't shown on the episodes explicitly or any new lore she comes up with after the show ended are just as valid as fan headcanons. Now let's begin with the Q&A section. Number 1. One of the major questions left unanswered were Hootie's origins, and it took more relevance after we saw that Hooty-like creature in the Titan's eye. The bad news is that Dana said she can't say much about the tiny Hooty in the eye because, and this is good news, she has a slim hope she will get to do more work in this universe and does not want to spoil any more potential lore in that. However, she left us with a clue by saying that YouTuber Third Bill made an offhand comment once about the Hooty worm and got it completely right. So I'll make sure to review his videos closely. Number 2. Dana admitted she had a different ending plan but was unable to do it. However, this was still just in her mind and no actual work or production had been done yet for season 3. So there were no entire episodes planned or outlines that were scrapped. There were just vague ideas and lore concepts with no fleshed out plan. She said all of season 2A was written without knowledge of the cancellation, and Follies at the Coven Day Parade was the very first episode fully written with the knowledge of season 3 being cut short. Number 3. These were the topics Dana had included in the original plan and would have loved to explore in more detail if she had the time. The Golden Stones were going to be a big deal, the Coven heads were also going to get more individual development, and she also wanted to explore the Bat Queen in another episode. Number 4. The S in the show logo was finally acknowledged as foreshadowing for Stringbean. This is something me and many fans had caught on early on. Dana says she didn't plan it from the very start but saw the connection and was excited at how well it worked. There was always a planned connection between Luz and snakes, so those were the plans for her Palisman early on. Brief possibilities of a cat were discussed, but Amity already had one, so one of the crew members made a joke about a snake shifter and people loved that so much that it became canon. Number 5. Rain's Palisman, the little fox we see on the future sequence, was hidden in the design of their violin. Sarah Nicole said she was worried when the violin got smashed while fighting Bellos, thinking the Palisman had died, but Dana said that was only the staff getting cracked. Hunter and Dale worked together to help restore the Palisman fully. Number 6. They clarified that Evelyn's spirit was not inside Flapjack. Bellos only mentioned her name in thanks to them because he saw Flapjack as the embodiment of the corruption within Caleb. Flapjack is confirmed to be Evelyn's Palisman and the first introduction to magic Caleb had. Kinda like when there's a dog involved in a meet-cute story. Dana said Evelyn was kinda curious of the human world, and while she was exploring it under a disguise, she met Caleb and saw that he was pretty decent compared to all the other human men. They ended up having a very sweet relationship. Number 7. On the same line, Dana confirmed that Evelyn was a Clawthorne, but Ida and Hunter are not aware that Evelyn and Caleb are their ancestors. Number 8. The shack in Grapesville was Caleb and Philip's old home. Ida discovered it when she traveled through the portal when she was still a kid, and now Camila bought it so Luz could travel freely between realms, especially now that she's going to live primarily in the demon realm and visit the human realm for holidays. Number 9. There were plans of an episode with a flashback of Ida and Dale carving Owlbert. As you guys know, Ida got the curse before Owlbert, so this moment was a way to reclaim owl imagery into something positive in her identity. It would have been a sweet bonding moment with her dad. Number 10. There were plans for Bellos to possess several animals. It even made it to the storyboards and character design sheets, so this could be revealed if there were an art book released later on. Number 11. This is the one that broke Twitter. I'll let Dana take the mic.
Actually, Yes, Hunter is bi and Willow is pan.
Number 12. As we saw, Lilith, Amity, and Hooty are working on the museum together. We already knew they were nerds, so it makes sense for them. But Lilith is still rivals with that Flora the Explorer character we saw once, and is super proud to show off her brand new discoveries to her. Number 13. There was a question over RoseGold, aka Hunter and Amity's friendship. They just called it Hamity though, which is hilarious. But Dana said there were plans for everyone to have more established dynamics between each other within the Hexsquad, and more content with Hunter talking to people in the human realm and bonding with Bee and Camila. Number 14. Luz finished high school in the human realm. High school was still very difficult for her, but it was slightly better since she now had a safe space and found family back in the Boiling Isles, so it was kinda tolerable. Number 15. They acknowledged my boy Gus for a sec, how they love his new hair in the finale, and praised the character designers. He really had the best glow up. Number 16. King's dad's real name is unpronounceable in human dialect, so he goes by Papatitan. Number 17. In regard to the lore of the Archivist, Dana says she doesn't want to spoil much just in case she gets to continue the story. Number 18. The Collector didn't have a flash forward design because they really didn't see much of a point for it. He ages much slower than mortals, so the difference would have been insignificant, like just growing an inch like King. Number 19. It had been revealed before that the Collector was always going to have some sort of role, but got a much bigger part due to the shortening. Dana also reaffirms they still stay connected to the Boiling Isles and visit once in a while. She imagines King and the Collector will develop a very strong and close relationship over time. Number 20. The Owl House is still functional when the portal door isn't active, meaning that Hooty still has the option to visit the Owl House and stay there whenever he wants, but he's mostly busy with his museum curator job, so he spends most of his time with Lulu. Number 21. Abby Roque, Rain's voice actor, insisted that Dana should not confirm whether or not Rain and Ida are married. This is because it will reinforce the idea that romantic love must always end up in marriage, and that is a personal decision that the couple should make. However, Dana did say that Rain officially moved into the Owl House with Ida, and they have a beautiful and committed relationship. Number 22. On the Matt Tholomule topic, Dana said she cannot answer the question about his Palisman because only his original creator can answer that. Number 23. Another ship question was if Bee and Masha were dating. Dana admitted that she hadn't thought about it much, but since she didn't show it on screen, she believes that the fans have all the right to believe that they are dating. She's leaving that up to us. So, yeah, Veesha's canon. Number 24. I kinda thought this was obvious, but yes, Odalia and Alador got the Fat King divorce! Amity and the twins don't have to interact with Odalia and they live away from her, but still might see her from time to time. They just have come to terms with the fact that their mother is a toxic figure in their lives. Number 25. You remember that glowing eye phenomenon we first saw with Willow? Well, they were going to expand on that. They even thought about Amity having a glowing eye moment when she confronted her mom, but basically it's a sign of a sudden burst of emotion that affects the bile sac and powers up the individual, making their magic stronger. Kinda like when adrenaline kicks in and you're faster and stronger to fight back against a threat. Number 26. Were you wondering what's up with Rat Alador here? Well, it was an inside joke from the team. Dana said that Alador doing the T-Rex arm pose reminded her of a rat. One of the storyboard artists drew it and Dana told him to keep it in the show. So now, to make it make sense with the story, Dana confirmed the rat is Alador's Palisman. Number 27. Dana revealed that the character's happy ending was always planned. She was certain of this since the beginning. She brought up the entire Dana hates happy ending misconception, saying everyone took it far too seriously and that it was just an offhand comment. Number 28. They went over Luz's Quinceañera and how it was one of the first things they planned out for season 3. That was the reason they never really answered fan questions and avoided the topic altogether. Number 29. Luz and Hunter would have encountered the tombs of Philip and Caleb when they went into the shack's basement in thanks to them, but it was scrapped. Honestly though, I wish they could have kept it in. And last but not least, number 30, they hinted at the background story of the Bat Queen here. Dana said that King's Tower, the one where the egg was being protected, has some more plot relevance and it has to do with a character that has amnesia. Guys, the only character with those traits is the Bat Queen. So either she was the Titan's Palisman or the original owner used to live and serve the Titan in that island. That's basically all they were able to answer on the Post Hoot show. Additionally, the crew members did share their experiences with the finale. how emotional they got with their last lines, and how grateful they are to be a part of this project, even if it was shortened. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you like the content, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!